And live from Dark Room Studio, it is In the Know.
Hey, and welcome to In the Know. It's the show we do here weekly from Craven Community College. It's our show/podcast that we do. We talk about things going on around the campus and around our community. I am one of your hosts, Craig Ramey, but I don't do this show by myself. I got a friend here next to me. Who we got?
Happy lunch. It's Wendy White. Glad you could join us today for our podcast. It's lunchtime. Hope you're enjoying whatever it is that you're eating for lunch. It is, you say the date today?
I didn't tell me. Yeah, help me out.
September 28th. So glad you could join us for today's podcast. We got a great show lined up for you today. Before we get to the show, we're going to send it to the booth so we can see who's in there today.
Who we have helping us in there today? Hey, Zanetta.
A new face for us.
Yeah, we got Zanetta running the board for us today, and we got Christina there. Christina, yes. Hello. How are we doing?
And there's Eli.
There's Eli and with the wave. Nice.
Yep, with the wave.
Very good.
Yes.
Thanks for y'all's help in there today. And then normally Megan is on the show with us. She may be joining us a little later on, but we'll press on without her for now, and hopefully we get to see her later.
Yes,
right?
Maybe she can pop in and join us at the table.
She wouldn't miss the fun.
She doesn't want to miss the fun. She loves the fun.
Yes, that's right.
She is the fun.
And then we're, of course, not doing the show by ourselves today. We have special guests with us.
We do have some awesome guests today.
So I would like to introduce the guests that we have with us. We have... see if we can switch over. Yeah, okay, there we go. We have Christina Bowman, who is our assistant director of the foundation, and we have Charles Wethington, our executive director of institutional advancement. Welcome to the show.
Well, it's good to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. You're looking way too serious already. You're going to have to loosen
I'm
up.
Sorry, and y'all know it's hard for me to be serious as well. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously on here. I know we all do good things, and we're in a very formal setting here right now. We've got our lights and our cameras, but we are off the rails already.
Yes.
Yes.
We have fun. We like to...
Off the rails.
Yes.
Off the chain, you mean?
We like to go off the chain. That's
Got
it. Yeah. Is that what the kids are saying these days?
Yes, I'm so young and hip. It's chain. We're off the chain up in here.
I like it. I'm a big fan.
Well, you get my age. You're talking about hips. You just worry about breaking them. That's.
Oh no. Well, yeah. Let's not do that.
Let's don't go there.
Be careful in the chair.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned. There's no safety belt on the chair. You know,
Right.
At my age, I need to be careful of.
Can we get a safety belt in here for Charles's chair, please? Or a spotter, perhaps? We got a few people in the booth that could be spotters.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be looking out
make
for
me
you.
feel a little better.
Right in.
So on the show, we talk about a few things going on. We also like to talk about the thing of the day. We like to see what's going on in our community and just kind of let everybody know what's happening. And if they've got questions, they can ask us as we go on through the show as well.
Yeah, so please chime in with the chat, and we will try to respond, answer any questions that you have, or you never know, there may be a poll coming up. We don't know. Maybe something fun people can vote on. You don't ever
That's
know.
exciting.
We always have something going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there something controversial you think we need to go ahead and just throw right out there and get people to...
Not at this moment, sir. Not at this moment.
You trying to be careful?
Maybe later.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
Well, I will, with Megan not being here at the beginning of the show, she usually has the thing of the day. So I was prepared for thing of the day.
Yeah?
You want me to share a few?
But you've been doing some research.
But can I jump in here?
Yes, please.
I want to let you know I'm a little bit disappointed because when I've been here before and Megan was here, there was food.
That my complaint always when there's no food.
Yeah,
and
we complain to ourselves when she's not here.
And on air.
I see no food, and I'm
Yes, no food today.
Okay, I just want to point that out.
Yep. Sometimes the thing of the day lends itself to food, so that's what we try to do. But today's thing of the day, while there is a beverage on there, there's not really anything food related. But
we always want to make sure that we're working to be better hosts for our guests. So if you have a recommendation on what you think should be on the table for people to snack on, something crunchy, something savory, maybe people who are watching, they can tell us what they think we should have out as snacks.
Well, I was just going to say the green room was a little lacking prior to the show.
Yeah. Can we get a branded water in here for our very particular guest who feels as though he didn't get anything? Eli, can we get some branded water in here, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, service with a smile.
Service,
okay, here we go.
Yes.
All right.
Coffee would have been better, but it's good. I'll take this.
Oh, wow.
They just requests just keep coming.
We're sorry.
The demand.
No
We're
pressure.
going to have to do better. We're going to have to pick up our game.
It is a southern, we're in East North Carolina, so.
All right. Well, you're in luck. All right, Eli, bring in the tea. Bring in the sweet tea and the biscuits.
Let's do it. And biscuit. Is that what you think of us as sweet tea and biscuits?
No?
Don't forget barbecue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Barbecue needs to be out. It's lunchtime.
Okay.
It is lunchtime. Yes.
I feel like we're off to a bad start of not being good hosts.
Well,
We
You
should
need
have
to read
done a lot
Emily
better.
Post. You read Emily Post?
What do I need to do?
Emily Post. Have you read Emily Post? Have
Do
read
you know who Emily?
Post?
You're nodding your head
and
like
I
you know.
reference it often to my daughter. You need to read Emily Post. I need to read it too. I have not read it in its entirety. It's pretty big, right?
It's like this
yeah,
thick.
Catch me up. I don't know
very
who
big.
Emily
You don't know who Emily Post is?
Do you?
Yes, certainly I know who Emily Post is.
Yes.
I try to follow Emily Post's suggestions, and they're not really suggestions. They're just rules that one should
Yes.
follow in
Etiquette.
life.
Okay.
Etiquette rules.
Etiquette rules,
Yes.
okay.
And some of them are just like, wow, like that's like, I think she's flipped in her grave about 4 times by this point.
Well, her granddaughters have taken over
Oh.
the southern etiquette of today's times, like
Okay.
email etiquette and texting etiquette, and
Yeah.
now the way we have dinner parties and cocktail parties.
Yes.
So it's different now than
Well,
it is, but
yeah.
some things are always true in the Emily Post. You didn't know
Is
Emily
it?
Post?
Yes.
I mean, the name sounds vaguely familiar.
I'll get
Does
you a
she have a
copy.
column, or does she write a book,
It was
or a
a
little
book.
bit of both?
It was a book.
Okay.
It's a book.
Really
Like a manners
big-
book.
Yes, what you should and should not do when it comes to etiquette, manners,
Okay.
properness.
I've got a question.
Sword.
So, are we able to go to a wide shot, Zanetta? Just out of curiosity. So, looking at this shot right now, what are we doing wrong? What are the problems? I see my elbows on the table, so I figure I've made a
yes.
mistake.
Let's not talk
Elbows.
about how I'm sitting. I hope my mom's not watching.
My,
I'm so
my
ladylike.
ankles
I
are
didn't know we
You're-
were going
you're-
to do
yeah.
that.
crossed. So see my feet, they're crossed.
Oh, they
So
are.
Okay.
Excuse me.
at the ankles, so I've got
That's
that.
no fair. Her
That's-
thighs are small.
All right. Anybody who's watching who is knows more about
Emily Post.
Emily
Let's
Post,
see. Look at Charles.
let us
Charles
know
is
the
doing
table.
good.
Is Charles doing
Yes,
it right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to
he's
sit
doing
up straighter.
Okay.
Right? Is that
yes,
better?
sit up straight. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually doing a no-no. You're not supposed to sit on the edge of
Mm-hmm.
furniture, on the edge of couches and whatnot. And I have to sit on the edge of the stool. So
Why are you not supposed to sit on the edge of furniture?
It is just bad etiquette. It
Okay.
warps the couch.
Because Emily
It-
Post said so.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
See, I don't know if that makes it legit
Are we
or
still
not.
in the
though,
wide
right?
shot? I can't do it. Sorry, mom. Sorry, mom. I gotta sit the way I
Okay.
sit.
You stay comfortable.
I am.
Yes,
sit
you
how
should be
need to
comfortable,
sit.
and we'll do better next time.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have
Please do.
better snacks.
We'll
for
have to
you.
come back to see.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
There you
Right,
go.
Charles?
See
We'll
our
come back.
improvements that
Yeah.
we've made.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll make a list later. I'm just kidding.
The demands keep coming.
I like it. Okay, so there are some things of the day
Yes,
you want
things
to tell
of
us
the
about.
day.
Yeah, so let's see.
Well, I'll start with the one that I read that was my, you're going to say, yeah, Wendy would pick this one because you should know me by now. So today is National Drink a Beer Day.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what it said.
I feel like it's that day every time
I
you
said
have
that.
the days. Yeah.
I even told Becky in the library, I was like, why do I feel like alcohol is a part of everything of the day? But yeah, well, today is the National Drink a Beer Day, and it is in recognition of the birth of Arthur Guinness. So the
Oh.
founder
Oh,
of
wow, okay.
the Guinness Brewery. So that's why today is considered National Drink a Beer Day. So I had to say that one.
Yeah, no, that's a
Did you
good one.
expect anything less
Yeah.
from Wendy?
And we're moving into October, which is prime
Yes.
Guinness
yes,
season.
and that was
yeah.
part of it as well about the Oktoberfest season.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because it's very Halloween. You just need a little orange accent to go with your
Yes.
your black Guinness, and you're ready to go.
good to
right?
go.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one that I had to share.
No, Christina's looking at me like,
Oh,
no,
I
no.
was thinking that we drink green at St. Patrick's Day, and I was like,
Yes.
why isn't beer orange? But then I was like, what makes orange? And then it just went from down here in my head. So, what makes orange?
Orange.
No, like what colors? Like, can we make beer orange? Like we make it green for St. Patrick's Day? Is that a thing?
I mean, I think you could, but I think
Right.
many beers are.
No one's thought
are,
of this. Let's
Are-
start.
Are
Yellowish.
yellowish orange. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
already kind
So
of
you
halfway
can't, like,
there.
The
make
blue
it
moon is
Halloween.
already.
I don't know. I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
No, it's not very ladylike.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
She's got it. Yeah, she's coming after you, Wendy.
Got
Sorry,
me.
sorry, Wendy, sorry.
Felt a little jab there.
I can take it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But it's all right. So
I
another.
wonder. If, well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
I
go
wonder if
ahead.
they talk about some brewing history in our brewing class that we have at the Vault.
They
So I bet
may.
they do, right?
They may.
And you learn
yes.
what a stout is, which is what a Guinness is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sure they do. There's a lot of chemistry involved in brewing. That's
Yeah.
why Wendy can't do that.
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, same. That's why I don't really like baking. I feel like it's way too much planning and not enough of just kind of winging it, which I would
Yeah.
be much better at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to check out the brewing class, I think there's one coming up at the Volt Center. So reach out to Craven Community College. Look on our homepage. Check out the Volt Center because there is a class coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
At the Volt Center. So great opportunity for some folks. All right, today is also National Women's Health and Fitness Day.
National Women's Health and Fitness Day. Okay.
Across the country, an estimated 80,000 to 100,000 women of all ages gather at local health and fitness events. And they join in groups large and small, from senior centers to hospitals, parks, health clubs, whatever your platform you prefer. And it is encouraged for us to get out, exercise together. So
I missed that invite.
Take a charge.
Did you go this morning and work out? No. So I'm really not trying to throw you under the bus.
But she's like, "What's your problem, Wendy? Why don't you exercise today?"
She looks very fit.
Yes.
She looks
Stab
very
again.
fit.
Stab again. Well, I do try to do something, of course, of the day. Either I walk or I try to do something. Last night, my husband had me using this pole saw to get the weeds out of the ditches, and my arms are killing me because the pole saw is taller than I am.
Yeah, you should have done that
So-
today.
Was he supervising and observing drink a beer day a day early?
Yes. Well, he said, if you want a beer, I need you to help me with this ditch. And I was like, okay, I'll help you with the ditch. So, yeah. He was working too, so I give him kudos to that.
Good.
But yeah, so get out, get physical fit, do something.
Do you know of any
active today.
events going on today specifically
I
for
don't
women
know
in
of
fitness
any
classes?
event.
Zanetta, have you heard of anything? I didn't know if you might have a little insight to that. No? Okay.
Nope. Well, it says get out, enjoy a walk, visit a clinic, listen to a seminar. And if you do something fun today, I'm going to encourage all of you to hashtag it, hashtag Women's Health Fitness Day. So if you do something today, women out there, physical fit, I challenge you to do a hashtag for it.
Yeah.
So,
And
awesome.
if you're watching the show, put a comment in there on what you're planning to do, or if you want to get something together with others, maybe you can get an event going.
Yeah, yoga
right?
class or something. If you want to play Tai Chi, come on to the library. We've got virtual reality that will teach you how to play Tai Chi, which is, I think, great.
You got VR Tai Chi up there?
We do.
Okay.
So come on up.
There's a women's group that is meeting at sunset almost at the Martin Marietta Park every day to walk with each other.
Awesome.
It's like different age groups and different all over Craven County. They're all meeting there to walk together. So I'm sure they're doing it today because I see it almost every day.
Awesome.
Have I been myself? No. I'm planned to go.
Okay.
I keep saving the event. Like I'm going to go walk.
Do you
I
go to
don't
Martin
make it.
Marietta regularly?
No.
You just know that they go there?
I just know.
Okay.
It's a great park. Has
Yeah.
anybody else
It is,
been?
yeah. I haven't been in the last few months, but
Yeah.
Now, Grace has ran it because she runs cross country, and it's good to run. But
Yeah.
I myself has not partake. I will. I keep saving
You're
it. I'm
the
going to do it one
cheerleader.
day.
You're the cheerleader.
Yeah, I
right?
just hold the water
Yes.
and orange slices.
Yes.
what color is orange?
Orange.
How do you get that color?
Because it's orange. I mean, St. Patrick's Day green beer. I thought we could make it. You don't have
I got it.
Okay, so the last thing of the day, which is going to tie into something with you guys today. See, I've tied the thing of the day to your thing that you've got going on. So each year, or for the calendar of events, they always try to highlight a state. And it happens to be the celebration of the National North Carolina Day.
Ooh, represent.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
So they go in order of the colonies, and as you know, we were the 12th state to join the Union. Of course, we're considered the Tar Heel state. Yeah, great picture there.
I love that classic postcard look, right?
It is. It's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Which talks about the state is filled from beauty from the Blue Ridge Mountains to the Cape Fear up to Kitty Hawk. Our state is very long and has a lot to offer from the beaches to the mountains. So get out and enjoy some of that North Carolina things that we have going on. And as you know, it's also home to the lavish Biltmore Estate.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and I believe the Lifetime Learning Center has a trip coming up for Christmas at the Biltmore.
Absolutely. The
Yes.
Christmas at the Biltmore is coming up, and if you're interested in that, you can just contact the foundation. We'll send you a brochure on that. So it's going to be a great trip with lots of fun activities, and I believe it's an overnight trip. Is it a day
Yes.
trip? It's an overnight
It's
trip.
an overnight trip. It's a couple nights. Yeah.
Couple of nights
Yeah.
up there, yeah.
Right after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I can't remember the exact
Yeah,
date.
right.
It's on the website.
Yeah, weekend after Thanksgiving. So I saw that in the brochure that went out
Yes.
for the Lifetime
A
Learning
lot
Center.
of fun things that'll be going. And with the trips with the Lifetime Learning Center, one of the things about that, anybody that really likes to travel, it one gives you the security of having other people around you, which is nice when you're going on a trip. You're not going solo, and even the day trips, like we will do a D-Pack trip or something like that. All you have to do is drive here to the college, and then once you get to the college, we take over everything from there, and a bus will get you where you need to go, and you don't have to worry about driving around and finding parking and getting admission and all those things. It's just all a single package that covers everything.
And there's a lot going on, a lot of opportunities, whether it is here locally. The Biltmore is one of them, whether it's to D-Pack to watch a performance, or I believe there is a distance trip you've got going on.
Absolutely. We've got overseas trips. We've got international as well as within the states. A lot of information in the brochures. And rather than try and shoot from the hip with those, because I don't have that brochure in front of me, I'll just say, if you're interested in the travel, just give us a call and we'll get you a brochure. And it's got all those in there. And also there's free things. We've got the International Film Series that we have on Fridays, and they're various Fridays. Again, you'd have to look at the dates on that. Those are online. You can find all this online from the foundation site within the college's website. So a lot of information there.
A lot of events.
So with it being National North Carolina Day, is it North Carolina Day or North Carolina History Day?
North Carolina Day.
North Carolina Day. So I'm just curious, did the four of us at the table, were we all born in North Carolina, raised in North Carolina?
I was born at St. Luke's Hospital in New Bern, North Carolina.
Okay, so that's legit. Yeah, okay. Very nice.
I've been here for 40 years. Does that count?
It does, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I
just told my age. I hate that. Erase that. Go back immediately.
Press the backwards button.
Yes, I've been here 40 years.
There's not one of those.
In New
Okay.
Bern.
So I'm just curious. So we've all been here long enough.
Yes.
Some longer than others.
Right.
Right. I'm not jabbing at you. I'm just kidding. But
Charles is the oldest. I don't care.
Yeah. But no. So I'm wondering, like, when you think of North Carolina, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? North Carolina is what?
Amazing. I don't know. I think that we have so much to offer because we have the mountains and the coast. But
so for you,
I always think of the word home. I guess
home?
first.
Okay.
And Pepsi for some reason.
Yeah, Pepsi.
I'm from New Bern.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
No, that's
And barbecue.
That's a fair
Again,
reason.
I'll name
Yeah.
the barbecue.
Pepsi, barbecue. Charles?
Yeah, I think of really North Carolina as such a diverse state because, as you say, you go from the coast, you go to the mountains, you go from Orientals, small towns, rural communities, to Charlotte, Greensboro, which were larger metropolitan areas. So there's so much to see and so much to do.
So just like a wide variety of geography and between the mountains and the beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think of?
Well, I think of the mountains first. I just love it there. And I know, Charles, you go there frequently. I try to go as often as I can. I was up at Chimney Rock a couple of weeks ago. I love being up there. It also always, this is a unique experience to me, makes me think of those little ice cream cups that you would get in elementary school that had the little wooden paddle spoon.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It makes me think of that personally because when I was in 4th grade, that's when you do North Carolina history, right? And we would always have North Carolina history after lunch and during the little ice cream snack time that we would have. And so when I think of, like, the first time I ever heard the word Piedmont or the first time I ever heard of Sir Walter Raleigh, like all those basic North Carolina facts, I think of ice cream.
That's deep,
That's
man. That's way better than barbecue.
Speaking of which, and keeping within themes of the day, today is School Milk Day.
Today is School Milk Day.
I did not know that.
How did you miss that? Where's
I
my
missed
milk?
That.
Why didn't somebody bring milk today?
They should have brought milk.
You should have told
School
me.
milk, specifically
Like the little
school
cartons. Now they're
milk
not
day.
cartons though; they're like plastic.
Oh, really?
They recycle. I asked. I know, but they have strawberry milk, and like in elementary school when I volunteered for the girls' class, no children took the strawberry milk, and I was like, why not? Because I would have chose strawberry as an elementary. I was like, why don't everybody drink the strawberry? They said because it's pig's milk, because it's pink.
Aww.
And I was like, no, it's not. And to this day, at Ben Quinn Elementary, It's pig's milk. They don't drink it.
Isn't
that weird?
I'm going to go on a limb and say there's probably a lot of things made up at the lunch table that aren't 100% true.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
That gets sold off as being
Did
facts.
they have like we had cartons? We're all around the same age. What they have in your day? Glass.
The milkman would show up with a bottle at the end of the table.
We just had the cow out back in a ladle.
That's in the West Craven area. What's in the West Craven area? No, like, did they have cartons? Seriously?
Yes.
They had cartons. Just wanted to.
They
know.
had invented cartons by then. Is that what you're asking?
No, yes.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
And I had my formative education at Jasper
Oh,
Elementary
that's right.
School.
The Jasper.
Jasper
Okay.
Elementary.
Was that in Craven County?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's no longer an elementary school.
Okay.
Jasper's still around. You ever been to Jasper?
Yeah.
I may have, and I don't know it.
right.
I'm not sure. Where is it?
I think you'd remember.
Yeah? Is there a lot going on there?
No, I'm just
Busy
kidding.
nightlife?
You can close your eyes and
The fire
blink and miss
station
it.
next door. I went to Jasper Elementary School.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
I did. Yeah, I'm showing my age now. But
Yeah.
went to Jasper.
I did.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
It's old school week.
Literally old school.
Yeah.
I like it.
With cartons,
Yeah.
milk cartons, not glass.
Green.
I didn't know.
I feel bad that we don't have Craven branded milk cartons now. that
I'll
we
take
can
this
drink.
water.
Take the water.
We can get some school milk.
Well-
So, Charles, do you have a thing of the
He's got
day
a
that
thing
you
of the day.
I have a thing
All
of the
right,
day, and
go ahead.
it's gonna lead me into something we'll talk about. And I don't want to get depressing because it's but it's a thoughtful thing. Today is Gold Lining Day.
Gold lining.
Gold Lining Day. Now, the Kelly Kids Foundation, it's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they focus on helping pediatric cancer patients. And the family there, the Kelly family, their daughter was diagnosed with cancer on the 28th, and they had a couple of rough years in there. So about 2019, they decided they wanted to turn diversity and hard times into good. So they decided they would celebrate Gold Lining Day. And the premise of Gold Lining Day is to really think about something that has affected you or maybe has hit you, some thing in your life that's kind of a bad thing that you did, and look for the gold lining in it and just reflect on that a little bit. And then once you reflect on that a little bit, the second part of it is to do something. Let's do the good. Let's find the gold lining and let's move forward. And so I thought that was perfect because as we all think about things that we've gone through and things that we've been, and maybe it was something that was a health-related thing, and you can think of all those nurses and those people that were there to help you through that. Well, maybe the good part you're going to do on the flip side of that is you're going to help out somebody become a nurse so that those people will be there for others. You see how I'm kind of pulling this around a little bit.
Yeah.
What we do at the foundation is we raise money to assist the students that have financial needs in meeting their educational goals. And I can tell you this year, and the reason why nursing is sort of foremost in my thoughts is because right as we're at the drop period, and though that's kind of an internal thing, but the students register for classes, and then as they get up time for the classes to start, they purge out or they drop all those that haven't paid. Well, I got a call from financial aid, and they said, Charles, look, have you got anything you can do to help us? I said, yeah, what's going on? So we've got a nursing student on our drop list here that's going to drop out. It's last year, in last semester of their nursing, which with the associate degree in nursing, which would make them an RN once they pass their NCLEX. So what's going on? So your student just has this need, and they can't do that. So we've got a process where it goes through our dean of our associate vice president of students, Zomar Peter, and she goes through and vets them through, and we get a report on what the need is and how we got in that situation. This student, when I got the report back, said, and it's the things that I face every day. Those students that face adversity. And are still plugging forward. This student said in the little narrative they wrote as to why they need the money, their brother was in need of surgery, brain surgery, had a tumor on their brain that was causing them to have some issues, and they were having a lot of seizures from that, and they had to have this surgery. And so the student said, I gave the money that I had saved to pay for my tuition to my parents so my brother could get his surgery. And then the line that got me is they said, I don't think my parents are going to be able to pay me back. So you're faced with that situation. Are you going to help your brother that needs this surgery, or are you going to pay for your tuition? Let me tell you, we helped that student out. That student is enrolled today, and we did that. But then I followed that up with, I said, how many nursing students? And this is just one area. This is just a nursing. I said, how many nursing students are we looking at? And there were, 7 or 8, Christina, that needed help. So we went through the process and said, okay, you call them. Let's find out where they are. And if there's a legitimate need in there, we're going to meet that need. And we were able to match. I think we did about $7,000 or $8,000 that we put towards that those students to get them in there. And the needs that are there and the stories that you hear, not just nursing. And there was a student that I received a request that came across from the foundation. This was a welding student. The welding student was in class, and they had some money coming in a couple of 3 weeks, but right at the moment they didn't have the money until that check came in. And they're taking welding, and they couldn't afford the welding helmet and the gloves. Now this is probably about $60 for the both of them to get them in the class. But I went and talked to the instructor, and the instructor said, yeah, what's happening is these students that come in, they're going to get a refund and they're going to get the money to pay that, but it doesn't come until about 3 or 4 weeks into class. And by then, they're 3 or 4 weeks behind. And it's really tough for them to go to class and miss 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
Your assignments. It's tough to make that up. We helped that student out. I went down to Harbor Freight and picked up a welding helmet and a pair of welding gloves, and we got that student. So that, it's what we do at the foundation where those needs are. But as we pull back, it's important to know that the only way that we're able to help these students is if we've got the funds to do it with. And my job is to make sure we're raising as much money as we can. I have a lot of people say I could never raise money. I just couldn't ask people for money. But if you've got if they saw the stories and the need that I saw, I have no problem with saying, hey, look, can you help out this student? They took the money they had that they were going to pay for class, and they helped their brother out. Or they had whatever calamity happened in their life, and now they're trying to get through. A great story, and this was a couple of years ago, but there was a student who was in about 3 weeks of graduating, and the student was in a domestic situation, and she had to move out, so she was scrambling to reset her life with 3 weeks left in school, and she didn't have the gas money to get from where she was to school. And was going to drop out 3 weeks short of that. And we got some gas cards to her. And that student graduated and had a job when they had finished. They had that job waiting for them. And they're very successful now. But $75 in gas, small amounts that most of us wouldn't think a lot of, can make a huge impact. And as we're here today, we talked about gold lining day. Find the gold lining in where you are. I know that I'm blessed to be where I'm at, and so helping out a little bit here and there, I think it's just incumbent upon me to do, because I have been so blessed with where I am, and so find that gold lining after you reflect and say, let's help somebody out, and it's gonna. It's one of those things that make you feel real good when you've helped somebody. You should see
some of the student stories we get. So first, I read them before he does, so he knows if I go across my office is right here and his right here. If I go across that door and my eyes are filled with water, he's like, I have to find the money right now. But that's just some of the examples that we get. It's very sad, some of these. And we're talking, sometimes it's only like $25. That really changes their life. And it's just, sometimes it's really hard for me to read them, and then I get over it and
Right.
tough enough. And I'm like, let's find the money. And that's what we do.
Yeah. Christina is so emotional. She does. We've sitting there. Just sometimes I really look over and she's got like tears running down. I'm going like, come on.
I want to fix it. I want to fix it whenever it's because I know what it's like to be that student. Because if it wasn't for
Right.
the foundation,
Right.
I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Wow.
Because without the foundation's help and scholarships, I wouldn't have graduated in Craven. So I know what that feels like.
And that's why you, I think, are so dedicated and love what you do so much because you understand both sides of that
Every
so
day,
well.
I think right before we're about to leave, did I help someone today? And every day I say yes because I know I helped more than one person, and that makes it all worth it.
Little inside thing. She has that actually taped to the. If you walk in her office, and look at the when the door is closed, you look at the back side of her door.
Yeah.
She has it. Did I help someone today?
Well,
and
that's
that's
important.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very important.
We should all have that on the back of our door at Craven. I shall pass that around.
We'll put it on the back of the door of the studio.
Do that.
Right, so that
Yeah, do that.
we've got
Did you help
everything
someone?
we need to do done in here. Right.
Right.
So I know we have Megan who has arrived, and she's going to join us on the panel just to try and make some room to let her come in. So I think what we might want to do is bring up a little bit of trivia up on the screen so we can look at that real quick and do a little shuffling around at the table, right? So here's what we have up on the screen. So if you want to, did you know the Twitter bird has a name?
The Twitter bird.
The Tweety bird has a name.
What is the bird's name?
I just said Tweety bird. I didn't mean to say that. It's the Twitter bird has a name. What is the bird's name? So, first, Wendy, you got some guesses on what you think the bird's name is? Is it maybe Tweety?
Maybe Tweety.
I'm getting a no.
Oh, we're getting a no.
Is it Frank?
Is it Witter?
Is it
Witter? Twitter? Yeah, that would be a witty.
Hey,
That would be a very witty way to go about it, right?
wings?
Yeah.
No, getting a no. I don't know. Bird wings. I don't know.
Oh, and if anybody who is
Larry.
watching right now thinks they know.
Is it Larry?
Bob?
Oh, wait.
Wait, it's Larry?
Are we getting a signal
Are we
that
getting
maybe
a
it's
signal?
right?
Is it really?
Hey, look at that.
Oh,
All right.
thank you, Megan.
You're welcome.
Did you know the Twitter bird's name is Larry? It is named
Yes.
after the basketball star Larry Bird.
Oh.
Did not know that. Megan knew that. That was Megan's answer. She just wasn't prepared to answer, so I
Yes.
guessed
Yeah, she was
for
getting
her.
I
situated.
was getting seated.
Yes.
Are we
What's
good?
up?
You can hear me?
Probably. Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Yep. Welcome to the show, Megan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice
sorry.
to
I was.
join us.
I'm sorry I was running late. I actually was out there listening to your conversation. So, and I was also live or listening to it live on the way over.
Awesome.
So, yes.
So, do you know Emily Post? I know you do.
Yes, she does.
Yes,
Don't
I had
ask
to.
her.
Of course she does. Yeah.
I had to read the books. My mom taught etiquette classes for decades.
Yes, so she knows all the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we break.
That's okay. There's also the rule not to correct somebody. Obviously, if they've made a mistake too. So that's kind of part of the graces is not to point fingers.
Is there a
So-
reason you're telling us that, Megan?
Well, because we didn't have school milk, because we didn't have food,
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
because we don't have signs on the
Is that
wall.
why Megan
We-
told it? Is that why?
What's that now?
Yeah.
no,
No,
that
were
would
you
that would
listening
be
the whole
correcting
show?
you, and that would be wrong.
I didn't hear that part.
And I did not mention that today is also Strawberry Cream Pie Day, which is what I thought maybe I would say.
I saw that and I kind of gagged a little bit when I saw the title because there's nothing cream about pie that should ever happen.
The
So
glaze, though? Is that
No,
what it is? Or like
ugh.
cream, like with
no,
whipped
it,
Okay.
and
I would have tried
That's how
it.
you really feel.
no, but wait till next week. I'm not going
That's
to tell
not
you what it
fair.
is,
We
but
won't be
next
here.
week is going to
You
be
can join us.
yeah.
Just come in and take a bite.
Yeah.
It'll be family style.
Family
we're trying
style.
to make it more welcoming.
Say that again in your southern tone, your North Carolina. It'll be,
North Carolina
it'll
tone?
be southern
It'll be
style.
family style.
Family
You
style.
want me to break it down?
Family
Mark it down.
style.
Can I just say
Cut
also
out all the announcing classes that I took when I was in college, and I'll just bring it right on back.
back a little bit to North Carolina
Bring it
Day?
on.
I feel like I'm in really good company because I think I'm the only one at the table that's not North Carolina born.
No, that's not true.
Who's
We're
not?
not going to
North
out
Carolina?
anybody though, because that would be.
I thought you were born in the Piedmont area,
I was.
and you were born here.
Mm-hmm.
You were born here. You weren't?
I know.
Oh my gosh! I
Gosh,
thought you were
call me out in
Newbern.
front of everyone.
Here we go
Megan.
again.
I did. I thought you were Newbern
You
born
made a
and
mistake.
raised.
Okay. All right. Let's just get this out on the table. All right? Because I don't like this.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, okay.
I would have
So-
never told your story if he hadn't called you out.
I know.
I would have always thought you were
I was-
neighbor
I
All
was-
right.
I was
He
just
didn't say
trying
a
to-
name. He didn't say. Okay, so I've been here 40 years,
Okay.
but I was born in the Appalachian foothills of Ohio. So it's southern Ohio.
Okay.
Does that count?
Yeah, it counts.
You're
Okay,
an
I would-
Ohisian?
So when did you move
I
to?
cannot believe we are doing this right now because I have hidden this secret for years.
You're out
Oh,
now.
it's out now.
How about you, Charles?
Did you,
You're-
did you
they're
fly down
native.
on your Wright
St.
Brothers plane?
Luke's
What were you
Hospital.
doing?
St. Luke's. Okay, my husband was at St. Luke's.
Okay.
One of the
What? Did I
last.
fly down? Oh, that's funny. No. Okay, so my mother.
Oh, wait, I
moved
see what's
here.
happening now.
We
It's
moved
North
here.
Carolina Day, and now somebody from Ohio who's always claiming that they were the first in
Sorry,
flight.
he does
now they're
this,
going to come
sorry.
in and they're
Just-
going to say
yeah,
that
they
it's
claim they
it's not Ohio Day, Christina.
So I can't like lie because my mom, all my like family may be messaging right now. Are they messaging like she is from Ohio? No, because my
Yeah, that's what
child,
this- no, actually, our viewership just dropped in half.
my child,
Everybody dropped off. They're like, it's not a legit show anymore.
My child loves to say, "Mom, you're a Yankee." I know.
Oh.
But I'm like, it's Southern Ohio. I know.
I wouldn't call Ohio
I'm gonna drop her off
Yankee
at the-
territory.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay,
either.
well, she knows that I'm from here. Like, I've been here 40 years. I sound like I'm from here, but yet I was born in Ohio. But she knows that my husband and my two children were born here, so they like it to be the only thing that is like against me. Like, you're a Yankee. It's Southern Ohio. It's a little town called Ironton. I'm a
Keep justifying.
Trying
Yeah.
to convince us or yourself. I don't know.
I mean, I
love
get
it.
it. I mean, I've been here.
My people are Appalachian, barefoot Appalachian, but we are hard workers.
Yes, you are.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
We
you
can
are.
outwork all y'all.
Okay.
Oh, what? You pointed right at me and made a circle around my face.
I'm sorry.
I like it.
I think she
No,
may have been calling you
No,
that day.
it's all good.
Yeah, calm
Megan,
down.
you look like you're ready to go on something.
Yeah.
No, I want to keep talking a little bit more about the foundation.
Yeah,
what we
okay,
were going to
good.
do next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Because I do have something else I'll tie in. Of course, you know that. But thank you for taking on the burden of the days of. But
Oh, it's
I've
not a
got
burden,
one
it's
extra.
fun.
I got
Yeah.
one extra that
It
goes
ties
with
in
what
good.
they're
Yes,
doing.
it does.
We are in kickoff mode at the foundation with our campus and our community campaign. And Christina can let everybody know about the campus campaign because she is the queen of the campus
We
campaign.
like crowns around here, by the way. You could have worn one.
Yes, I have several.
And the sword. Where's the sword?
I did. Y'all told me, okay, no, y'all were like, just come in and just chill. Don't
We
be-
like
Don't
props.
plan anything. And I supposed to, okay, so I didn't plan
So we didn't plan anything.
nothing. Not a thing. When he walked in with a piece of paper, I was like, oh, was he lying? Was I not supposed to? So
Yeah, we found out that you were from Ohio, and now we're doing everything without
the
including you.
whole county is going to know now. People I've lied to for years. They're texting me as soon as I leave here. They're like, what? You weren't born at St. Luke? No, I was not.
Well, you're too young for St. Luke's,
hey,
girl.
you don't know.
Yes, I
already
actually do know.
I've already told one lie. So the campus campaign is kicking off, and this year we have. So every year you get to night. Last year was the first year that we brought knighting people, and you get a Panther pack, which is something that you get to give to somebody like a coworker, and you get to knight them. This year we actually have foam swords, and we actually Charles is actually knighting them. Right, it's really cute, and I would have brought one, but they told me not to prepare. So again. And you also get to go to our luncheon. So last year we had the Foundation Fiesta, and this year we're having OPA. Am I saying that right?
Opa.
Yes, thank you. OPA.
With excitement.
OPA.
Yeah.
OPA. It's a Greek
Wait,
celebration.
I need one more.
OPA.
There it is.
There
Yeah.
we go.
It's a
I
Greek
just-
celebration.
Sorry, I
It's
just
Greek
needed
food.
to have a freeze frame that we could use for when the video
Later-
goes up
later on.
YouTube. Yeah.
For the
Yeah.
for the thumbprint. That'll be you. They
So-
got to catch some crazy ones.
That's not cool.
No,
But this year we're doing a Greek lunch instead of a Fiesta lunch, right? As well as our ever faithful angel gifts. So those, how long are angel gifts been going around for Campus Campaign?
A long time.
15 years?
100 years.
Hundreds of years.
We've lost
of
them.
years.
We've lost them.
So it's a what? It's a drawing. It's a drawing.
It is a drawing,
So
yes.
if you get to give any donation to the foundation as an employee or faculty of staff, you get to be in the drawing. And this year we have quite a plethora of gifts because our lovely board has given us lovely donations for Christina to go shopping.
And if I can jump in here, when we talk about the angel gifts, The angel gifts are purchased by our foundation board members, so it doesn't come out of any of the money we raise. It is money that's given specifically as an incentive for staff and faculty to participate in our campus campaign.
Aren't they also, like, local businesses can donate them too?
Yes.
Directly.
If
So
they
it doesn't.
like, that is
Anybody-
252-638-7351.
Yes, we like donations.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Free
do.
stuff is awesome.
Yes.
Well, that's a good point, though. Make sure anybody who is watching who has an interest in donating or wants to be a part of the foundation, what would you like for them to do?
Well, I'm talking about the campus campaign, and I was about to turn
Right.
it over
Okay.
to Charles
All right.
for the
Fair enough.
community campaign.
Okay.
All right. And either way, they can go to the website for the foundation. You can start at Craven Community College's website and then just do the search for foundation. It'll put you on our landing page. And from there, you can find out a lot more about what's going on. With our community campaign, and I want to talk a little bit about the results, more so than the raising the money. I talked about some stories a little bit earlier. This year, the foundation has available $467,000 that's available to students for college assistance.
That's
and
amazing.
that can be both scholarships. We've got some scholarships that are full ride scholarships, pays for all of your tuition, fees, books, and actually does a little stipend. We hire the person to work as a lab assistant, and we pay them money for that to give them some money, which in the field that they're in. They are lab assistants in IT for that particular one. We look at last year. Last year, the foundation was able to impact 626 students, and we anticipate that number is going to go up even more this year. And it's because of individuals helping out. So if someone is tuning in today and they say, wow, I want to do my part. I want to help out a little bit. And we talked about earlier the impact a $25 gas card can make. And literally we have donations that come in $5, $10, $20, $100, and we have gifts that come in at $100,000. So, no gift is too small. Also, no gift is too large either.
Of
We'll
course,
take
yeah.
those because the more the merrier, the further we can go. And when we talk about what we're doing in assistance to students, just this very week, I had a check signature come across my desk because the foundation, everything that hits my line items, I have to approve out of the foundation. We wrote a check today this week for $157,000 and change, covering scholarships for students so far this year. And that was just in this semester, about $157,000 in scholarship money that I wrote that check for this week. So there's a lot of money that we're doing. And more importantly, those translate out to those students. It's that nursing student that could very well be the RN if you go to the hospital that's going to be there helping you. If you've got a car that breaks down, you take it to the shop. It could be that mechanic that's going to be working on your car in the shop. It could be that welder that's going to be welding something that you need, and you think, I've never needed a welder. You probably have, and you just didn't know it. Something was welded in there,
Right.
Construction or whatever. It could be that person that is here taking a 2-year degree, going on to a 4-year degree, and they're going to be the accountant, the CPA, or whatever that's going to be, and you're going to be relying on in the future. We talk about CNAs. We've helped out a ton of people in taking the certified nursing assistant, and with those, those could be the caregivers. When you're in a home or facility and you need that care that's looking after you. So you're kind of helping yourself when you do this. When you make that gift, it's sort of a self-fulfilling gift because you're going to reap benefits. Because when we have a more educated populace around us, then these people are going to be well trained to take care of what needs to be done.
Charles, I'd like to bounce something off of that.
All right.
Perfectly said. Today is also National Good Neighbor Day. And what better way is that it's a blessing to have a good neighbor, but it's even a greater blessing to be a good neighbor. And right now, people that provide assistance to the foundation in monetary or other donations, they are being that good neighbor. So we would encourage people, we always ask people to watch out for each other, lend a helping hand, give good advice. But this is a great way that if maybe they're, looking for somewhere to provide or to give that hand, not a helping hand, not a handout. And I think that this is a great way to do that. Being a good neighbor isn't it all that difficult? Starting with kindness is always just the first step. Offer a kind word. Even small compliments go a long way into creating a bond or breaking down barriers. Now, on a different note, who said it was good to have fences? Anybody remember that? Who wrote "Fences Make Good Neighbors"?
Frost.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep. Robert Frost, the poet.
I'm a genius.
You are. Fences make good neighbors, but here we don't have fences, right? We have just good neighbors.
Right. And you said hand out. I refer to it as a hand up.
Hand up. Exactly.
Hand up.
Exactly.
And I know when you give to the foundation, you can also earmark where you want it to go. So
Absolutely.
if there's a particular area in the college that is of interest, you can certainly say funds to go towards, and then you guys will make sure that it goes to where it's earmarked to.
I did that.
And one of the things, and we've talked about the various areas that we've helped in workforce development at the Volt Center. You were talking about the brewing class. We don't cover the brewing class, but those classes that lead to certifications, the HVAC class, the construction class, there's a welding class there. All of those classes, diesel mechanics, you name all those out.
Plumbing, electrical,
Plumbing,
Mason,
electrical,
solar.
all of those right now are being paid for. We're scholarshiping those from the foundation. We're paying the registration fees for those classes that lead to certifications at the Volt Center right now.
And that's just something y'all started this year with the Volt Tool Belt Trust.
That's correct.
Right. So all of those trades, and I don't know if you mentioned diesel. That's also a part of that as well.
Diesel mechanic class
It's
there, yes.
not every class at the Volt, but virtually every class at the Volt. Most of the classes at the Volt, people can go over there.
Those that lead to certifications.
Right.
Like I said, the beer making class is one that doesn't
not
really
that
lead
one,
to
yeah.
certification.
Right,
So
the bartending.
and again, I tend to be really a good caretaker of money when it's given to the foundation. They've called me cheap. I'm not cheap because I love to put the money out there, but I'm very targeted where it goes. It
Sure.
goes where the need is. If people that want to take beer making classes is a fun class and absolutely great class, but not really a career building it doesn't get you into the workforce. That's what we're trying to do. Is get those people that are needed to get into the workforce.
Well, I agree. You guys are great stewards of those funds, and so we thank you for all that you do and the stories that you hear. I know they're touching. I know you could probably write a book on those. So
Right.
we thank you for doing that.
And I sit around because we've partnered with your area. When you come and say, when you run out and say, well, I really need to do something here, where can we go? Hey, Charles, can you help me out with this?
Yes, you guys did help us out.
Just what was it, about a month ago? I was at the Havelock campus and walked by your office, and there was a student there. You want to tell that story?
I'm like, which one? Because I get a lot of them. So, but in this particular case, it was a young lady who had 5 small children at home. Her husband had left. She was a nursing student. She was a Havelock resident, but she was driving to Newbern. And her power got cut off and her cell phone got cut off. And so my immediate thought was, okay, how do the kids get their homework done? So I figured out an option for they could get Wi-Fi. And then we were scrambling for, okay, well, now we got food that's spoiling. So how do we get stable food? And so anyway, I was going through all my connections and networks. And then all of a sudden, these two happened to walk by. I'm like, okay, I need you. And so the first need after we took care of those initial was, let's get her power back on. And but I mean, I had the student that walked in that was a CNA student, a Havelock CNA student, and her house had caught on fire, and they wouldn't let her back in. And so she had like 4 diapers left and about 1 bottle full of formula left, and her book, her stethoscope, her scrubs, everything she needed for class was still in the house and probably unusable at this point. So between Margaret Chance and you guys were able to get with the bookstore, and anyway, she got set back up. And so she was able to stay in class. But when a student walks in and they're holding back the tears because they want to be brave, but it's February and they're wearing shorts and they've got burns down their legs and wearing flip-flops because that's literally what they ran out of the house with the baby in hand. it's like you pull out every stop you can. And I think back to being a good neighbor, that's what it is. It's about, we collaboratively as a community have to be able to build each other up to keep our community strong and keep growing and keep producing. And if we're constantly pushing folks away and no, I don't want to be a part of that, or that's not important enough to me, or I want to build this giant, fancy gilded building, but you're not helping those that need to learn the skill to build that building, where do we grow? Where do we go?
And what opportunities are you giving that person who has now been denied the ability to learn that skill?
It's a game changer.
How will they survive?
These checks that the Tool Belt Trust is providing. I mean, it could be as simple as $250 or $375 or whatever the case may be. Right now, to go feed a family of 4, Christina knows we're going to throw that in the grocery cart. I mean, we're going to spend that.
No, I'd rather go out to eat.
Well, I know, but I think,
girl.
but that amount of money is a game changer.
It is.
I mean, it makes all the difference.
Well, the student you were talking about with the electricity, it was $130. That's what we're talking about. This person sitting in the dark with the 5 kids and all the complications that are, and being able to function as just a normal life. It's $130. And we had the lights turned on within 30 minutes in that case. I just happened to be in Havelock, and so I stopped by the electric cooperative, and we got all the paperwork in place pretty quick, and we made that happen. And
That's awesome.
It doesn't take millions. $130 was absolutely what that student needed for success at that moment.
I don't know. It doesn't matter the amount, but we know that we change their futures and their lives at that moment, and it feels so good.
It does.
Yes, I have a lot of paperwork, but it's much worth it every day.
Yeah.
And I put up with Charles. I'll say that. But he puts up with me as well. Can you imagine us in arguments or not arguments? We don't argue, do we?
No.
I bet it gets-
We didn't hear you argue the entire 20 minutes you sat at the table before the show started.
I think that we're both very opinionated, but it's in the greater good of every Craven student.
Of
Don't you think?
course.
Yeah. Just yesterday, I had some folks sitting in my office, and we have committed $2,500 for one of the programs, and there'll be more coming out about that. They needed some help with some students. I said this is something that really needs some assistance, and we listened to them. They had a good plan. They had a good project there, and so we said yes, we can help those students out. So there'll be more on that coming out. So we just love to help people. We love to spend money, and I'll tell
That's
you,
great.
the foundation board, we've got a great board.
Yes,
I need
we
to give
do.
them a shout out
Yes.
because I have not once gone to the foundation board and said, look, here's the need and I need your help, that they didn't rally around and do what needed to be done. And if I see a need that's not in the budget, then I can go back to them and say, look, I've committed this out there. I need your approval on this so we can move forward with it.
We have a great
And,
board.
and,
Yeah.
and they will do that. It is a great board that is doing great things. And if you're ever interested in serving on our foundation board, you can give me a shout out and we can talk about that as well.
That's great.
Good thing.
Yay.
Yep. Well, we're getting close to the end of our time here, so we're going to talk about a few events happening in our community. Just kind of let people know what's going on in the next few weeks. And then we'll talk a little bit about how, once again, reminding people how they can gift to the foundation if they would like.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's look at some of the events we've got coming up. Before we put that up there, I'll just say, knowing that we have Hurricane Ian churning around out there, that you may want to check the schedules again before the weekend comes. For example, we were going to have a hazardous waste disposal event on our campus this Saturday. That's been now moved to October 15th.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
Sorry about that.
yeah. So maybe more of that kind of thing happening, but we will.
Which means that if you are not on Rave Alert, on our Craven Rave Alert, you need to go ahead and get that on your phone, right?
Yes. I haven't heard
Because you'll be
anything
putting
about,
out. I mean, if any schedules changes or
I haven't heard
the
anything
school.
about us closing or
No,
being early or anything like
but
that.
it's always good
yeah.
to have.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. And then, of course, we put those things on social media, too. That's a great way to find it, too. Okay, so the first thing we have on our list here, what do we have, Zanetta? Okay, so that's the North Carolina Symphony From Classical to Broadway 2022. Sunday, October 2nd from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Share great moments in music with beloved classical gems and hits from Broadway, including The Phantom of the Opera, South Pacific, My Fair Lady, and more. Yeah, I got tongue-tied. Megan, can you sing anything from any of those off the top of your head?
Do it. No pressure.
Phantom of the Opera. Let's see. You just really put me on the spot.
That's okay. You can,
Want
if you
me to
think of it
bust
later, you
down?
can come back
I
to
mean,
it. You want to try it? You got it?
It's okay.
No, I don't. I'm just
You
kidding.
got it.
Isn't My Fair Lady I Could Have Danced All Night? I could have
Yes,
danced
yes,
all
yes.
night. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. Something like that.
There you go.
Anyway.
Very nice.
good.
South
Hey.
Pacific. South Pacific is a lot of guys. So
Yes.
I did see Yul Brynner. Not Yul Brynner. I saw Yul Brynner in what was you just had it up there.
And My Fair Lady? What are you
No.
talking about? Oh,
Wicked?
sorry.
South Pacific. I got to remember. I'll jog in my brain. It's been a long time.
So that event will be at the Newbern Riverfront Convention Center. Again, Sunday, October 2nd. What else we got?
Oh, Havelock National Night Out, Tuesday, October 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Walter B. Jones Park. This will be the 38th annual City of Havelock Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point event to enhance the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement. The event is free to the public and will include free pizza, hot dogs, kettle corn, drinks, and Kona ice.
Kettle corn.
Are you excited about kettle corn?
Kettle corn.
Free kettle corn? Wait a
Kettle
second.
corn.
Yes,
So they'll feed you there,
they
right?
will feed you.
Yes, better
Kettle
than we will.
corn.
There'll be some community resources will be on site along with activities for the children. The Havelock Police Department has tailored the National Night Out event towards not just a partnership between citizens and law enforcement, but bring as many community organizations to the event as possible.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's important for the citizens to know what resources are available in the area. And again, this will be taking place at the Walter B. Jones Park.
Right down the street from the Havelock campus.
Yes.
I think that may be all the events we've got for today, right? Because a couple others may have been
Canceled?
canceled.
Aw.
Yeah.
I
So-
really wanted to do the first one, but I guess it's been canceled. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Well, we haven't heard that
Sound
that's
of it.
canceled. Yeah.
Have you seen the new Mary Poppins?
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
But that's the old
That's
one.
the old
So
one.
we have not heard that it's canceled.
No.
So currently it's set. Go ahead, Megan. You got it.
Oh, so Friday, September 30th from 8 to 10 p.m. Join us at the Friday at Union Point Park for a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious movie experience. Bring a chair or a blanket to enjoy the show with popcorn, candy, and drinks will be available for purchase. And I am simply perfect and no. What is the
What?
Dang it, I keep missing all my cues.
Simply perfect in every way.
No, it's
When she reads
almost
the tape measure?
Yes.
Is that a song?
No, she
No.
reads the tape measure. She's like, I'm simply perfect when they measure her height.
Oh.
Not that
Nearly.
I know.
I'm
not that I
nearly
watched
perfect.
every day as a kid.
No, that's what one of my assistants said. She was going to put a plaque up on my wall. That I was nearly perfect in every way.
I've got a question.
Yes.
You said bring a blanket or chair. Can you bring both?
You can bring both, especially if
It
it's
didn't say
chilly.
that. It just said bring a
Blanket
I didn't know if it was-
and or
Or-
chair.
And
and or
And
or. Okay, thank you. You just said or.
we clarify that for you, sir.
we can
We're
bring
good.
stroller.
Okay.
You could bring an inflatable pool if it makes you happy. You can just sit there and just kind of float in it,
Oh,
right?
great. They're going to show up. Craig says I can bring this.
It's
You
my
can bring a
zone.
bouncy house if you
Someone
want.
do
It's
it.
my zone. This is my zone. Just stand in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yes.
inflated around.
In the
This
pool.
is my
Oh,
zone.
okay, I got you.
Yes,
Inflatable
your,
pool.
Your circle. You're 6
Yeah, I'm
feet
just
away.
put my chair in the middle of that, and they can, this is my zone.
6
I like it.
feet away.
Yeah.
Stay out of my bubble.
All right.
Do we have anything else? Or is that going to wrap it up? That's it for our events? Okay. You mentioned Havelock. Speaking of Havelock, you were at the Chili Festival last
I
weekend,
was.
right?
That's the sunburn. Can you tell?
Okay,
And I'm,
you got a little
now
sun-
I'm peeling a little bit. So yeah, the dermatologist would not like me right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So no, it was a lot of fun. But I was out in the sun for several hours, 5 hours, and got a lot. I got to meet a lot of people. Got to see a lot of kids. Talk a lot about the school, and the Havelock or Craven Community College actually won the People's Choice for the chili.
Yes.
And our hospitality group that's at the Volt Center, they won 5th in the red chili contest.
Yes.
So it was a very specific contest. So theirs was actually judged like with a panel.
Yeah.
Ours was judged by the people. So
Yeah, but that's great. They were
Yeah,
working on that,
awesome.
I know, for at least
are the
that
people.
week, if not longer. Yeah. So good for them.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, it was very good.
So we're at the end of our time. I just want to make sure anybody who's watching, if they want to get involved with the foundation, donate, learn anything else about it, what would you like for them to do?
They can go to the Craven Community College website, search for Foundation, and find our webpage there. There's all the contact information. They can track me down. I will go and meet them wherever they want to meet.
Yes.
And
We'll do whatever.
Christina's making the face like, yes, I'll make sure he gets there. I won't let him
will.
say no. Yeah.
no, we do. And it really is the need. People, when I sit down and talk to them, when they find out just how financially fragile our students are here, I mean, they're one car breakdown, they're one family situation, they're one unexpected catastrophe away from just absolutely not being able to continue. So,
Yep. All right. Thank
All
you for
right,
having
very good.
us.
Yes.
Megan, anything else to add?
I
before we-
don't.
No? Okay.
No? Okay.
Okay.
I got tons of stuff to share,
Of course,
but we're
yeah.
out of
Yeah,
time,
we're out of
so
time.
that's my fault for being
Yeah.
late.
No, it's all good.
No.
Wendy,
Okay.
anything we
No.
forgot?
All good.
All right. I want to thank the booth today for their help. This was Zanetta's first time running the show by herself in there, so give it up for Zanetta. Nice job. And of course, we had Christina and Eli in there helping out as well. So thanks for your help, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a good show today. Fun.
Yeah.
Right.
It was.
A little bit silly.
Missing food, but I'll have it next week.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, and you won't be here for it, so you're going to miss the food.
No,
Sorry
I'll
about
come
that.
in.
Okay, there you go.
Bless you. I'm
There you
here.
All right. So I'm going to kick it over to Megan and let her sign us off.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will see you next week. I think it's October 8th. Is that right? Or am I jumping ahead too far? 5th? October 5th. We'll see you Wednesday, October 5th. Stay safe, stay happy, really stay safe. Stay happy and stay healthy. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.